let's discuss that job interview question, why should we hire you? Hi, I'm Russell from Interview Mojo. Let's flip that question. Why would they hire you? In fact, why would they hire any of the applicants being interviewed? Well, obviously they have a position that they need to fill and they need someone who can do the job. And in order to be able to do the job, they would need the appropriate skills, qualifications, experiences, maybe personal attributes. And of course, all of these things are outlined in the job description. Now, this is where we need to start with the position description. Our first goal is to convince the interviewer that we have all of the requirements. We have the skills, the qualities, the qualifications and experiences that are required to be able to perform the role. So when you're framing the first part of your response to this question, we need to let the interviewer know that we have all of the requirements outlined in the position description. You might say something like, I'm aware that you require a minimum of 2 years experience for this role. I've been in the industry for more than 5 years now. In regards to Certificate 3, I've had Certificate 3 for the last 12 months. In regards to, and then just keep addressing each of those points and letting them know that you've done your research, you're very familiar with the requirements, and you meet all of those requirements. Our first goal is to just show them, let them understand that we are a good fit for the position. Now, having said that, that's really only first base. You have to have those requirements, you have to meet those requirements to really be eligible to continue through the process. If you don't meet the requirements, let's be honest, you're probably in the wrong interview. Now, once you've shown the interviewer that you have what it is that they're looking for, we need to move on to the second part of your response. And that is where we try to show them something unique about you. Because let's face it, every other applicant that's there has probably met the same requirements, and that's why they're there. We need to bring something else to the table that's a little unique about you. Now, that could be some type of experience that's not necessarily related to the requirements, but clearly would bring some type of advantage for someone performing the role. The other approach might be to take one or two of those requirements and emphasize how you well and truly meet those, how you surpass that requirement by a long way. For example, if you did need 2 years experience in the industry and you've got 5 or 6 or 7 years experience, that carries a lot of extra weight over and above the minimum requirements that may help to set you apart from the other applicants. Now, this part of your response where you're trying to bring in something unique or identify something where you're well above the minimum requirement is a really important part of your answer. So I want to share with you a typical job advertisement, and let's look at how you can identify something that you might be able to leverage in this part of your response. So here we have a typical job advertisement. The company Berkeley is looking to fill an accounts payable officer position. If we scroll down into the ad, we can see some information about the company, some information about the role. Obviously, they'll outline the key responsibilities of this position. And here, the title is Successful Candidate. The successful candidate, and then they dot point some of the requirements. So here, the second point, proficient in the use of Excel. Now, if you are very highly skilled or very experienced in the use of Excel, that might be a point that you hone in on. Down here, good analytical skills. Again, the same thing. If that's an area where you're very strong, you might really hone in on that part of the requirements and emphasize how you well and truly exceed the minimum requirements for the role. However, having said that, what really stands out to me here is this point about advantageous. It's advantageous to have general insurance accountability work experience. If you had that experience, you would really emphasize that and be prepared to get quite specific about that particular point. Share an example where your experience has been of real benefit to the company. It's these additional things that are going to really set you aside from the other applicants. So it's part of your response that I want you to give some really serious thought to. Okay, a really quick recap. We've let the interviewer know that we meet all of the requirements for the position. We've introduced something unique, something special about you that hopefully sets you apart from all of the other candidates. Now, to wrap things up, we need to introduce the issue of attitude. We all know that attitude is far more important than any skill or experience. You can learn new skills, you can get more experiences, but generally our attitude is hardwired. So as you wrap up your answer now, let them feel that energy, that positive attitude that you'll be bringing to the table. Give them a sense of who they'll be getting, not just what skills and qualities you might bring with you. Why should you hire me? Well, you're looking for someone who can do this job, and I can do it, and I can do it well. And over and above my skills and qualifications and experience in this field, I bring a really strong work ethic. I have a great positive attitude, and I really love ABC Company. I would love to be a part of this team. I really want this job, and if you hire me, I know you won't be disappointed. So if you find yourself in a job interview and the question is asked, why should we hire you? Be sure to address the position requirements. Try and offer something special or unique and demonstrate a really positive attitude. Good luck with your interview.